Welcome to the Deep Dive Halftime Show. We are live from Arrowhead. Oh, no, we're home. I thank God I'm home after a crazy,
Drew, not calling from a Ramada or an airport today. We're back home and
no longer at the Comfort Inn.
Fucking afternoon took a long time.
It did.
It really did. I hate to be like, it's like Christmas for grown-ups, but man, it drug on. I really wanted to just watch this game, and so far it's been a little goofy. I don't know your thoughts. I'm still, who knows where I'm at as far as everybody's got different times. I think the worst one right now is, and granted, the reviews have been great. People have liked YouTube TV, but I think that's the furthest one as far as delay. Producer Dan watches it with using like analog antenna.
That's TV.
That is the fastest. That you will always be.
No question. That's the fastest.
You will always be the fastest. I'm watching on the cock. I legitimately did not remember what TV channel had this on. So yeah, I logged in. The best thing was I didn't have Peacock. I will now for the football season, but
of course.
I logged in to and I hit the say, re-up my subscription, charge me the $6 or whatever. And my profile is a picture of Jesse Spanos, and it says, "Don't forget to cancel after the U.S. Open." Because that's the last time I had it activated. So
honestly, if you didn't already know, there is this is not a company man shill here, but there is actually ridiculously good live. I mean, what do you call it? Original stuff on there now.
I knew I wanted to watch Poker Face.
Have you seen it?
Just like, no, I haven't.
Oh, you should check that. That's quite good.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna watch it once football season starts because I'll probably have to get Peacock again.
Yeah, so there's Mrs. Brown was pretty good too. It was like more of a thinking man's program, but they got some good original stuff now.
Yeah, I've heard things on Poker Face. I need some more yards from MVS to hit the alt prop. I did put some on the flat prop. That's home. I know a bunch of people had Mahomes over rushing yards. Yeah, that is very much home. I joked with Drew about the infamous kneel downs.
I was counting my money. Mm-hmm.
Even that, it just doesn't feel like that's happening tonight, where he's going to take massive kneel downs again. His scrambling has been very good. His passing has been pretty crisp. He did kind of lob that one over the tight end. I think he's just used to Kelsey being there. The throw into triple coverage was a little rough. Mm-hmm. And granted, I think a little bit of tempo and some of the play calling and some of the run designs were able to circumvent what they were doing. And then Spags got a little stupid with the pressure. But those first few the first bit of defense we saw from the Chiefs, they were getting decent, and they still have. They've been getting some decent pressure up front. They've been getting some penetration without Chris Jones. So, I don't know, so far, this is kind of where we thought we'd be, maybe with a few more points. And that first half line was what, 20? 24
total? Oh, yeah.
I don't know, 26? I didn't even look. I didn't want to bet into the first half.
No, I mean, can you claim bad beat if you bet Lions first half in this one?
Yeah,
red zone fumble.
It sucks, but it happens, and that was a hit. I thought it was maybe a helmet hit. It was like his back, but he smacked him pretty good. That was a really shitty play call. Like, why is that your 3rd and 10? Like, that's I guess we'll kick a field goal play call, and you get punished for it by not getting the score at all.
Yeah,
and I don't fully know what we're looking at for.
Okay.
An idea here. The line is Chiefs -1.5.
I think it's Lions or pass.
Total 25.5.
Actually, this is funny because now you're insulated from the going for 2 if they make or miss down 14. So I think we take Lions +1.5. This is pretty easy, I think. I'll get there in a second why, as opposed to just taking the over. Couple of notes I had that I wanted to bring up to you for consideration. First was the going for it and deep in your own territory by Dan Campbell. More of that against the Chiefs. If you are deep, here's my rationale. You ready? If you are deep in your own territory and you are going to punt and give Pat Mahomes the ball at the 50-yard line, you might as well give it to him at the 10.
Yeah,
Doesn't fucking
3
matter.
plays later, he's there anyway.
Yeah, he's there anyway. Like honestly, going for it there was kind of low risk, high reward. I loved it. And it kind of, there's always talk about does momentum exist? It definitely exists in football. Well, that definitely, felt like that was the breakthrough that the Lions needed to kind of get their offense going, because they were like, everybody was popping up and had a little more spunk, and it affected the crowd, because like the crowd was impacting it felt like until that fourth down conversion, my notes were like, what's going on with this vaunted Lions O-line? Like, they're getting pushed around.
That's what I'm
Goff was
saying.
running for his life.
It wasn't blitzes. It was just straight four-man
up
pressure. They were giving up deep penetration into the backfield.
Yeah, and my assumption was it was because the crowd noise was disrupting the communications on the field. The offensive line wasn't ready for the moment, which always happens in these banner race games. Like, that place was electric in the first quarter for Chiefs. So, I thought that was pretty cool. It obviously gave the Lions real momentum, which exists in this case. And they went on and scored the first touchdown. Congrats to the Amon-Ra St. Brown first touchdown betters.
My guy last year,
it was like 10-1 guy. Congrats to just in general. I like maybe Amon St. Brown. What does he have? 4 or 5 targets at this point? Shouldn't it be like 10? I mean, I get it. You're kind of spreading it around, but like, does Marvin Jones Jr., like, independent of fumbling, does he really need 5 targets to this point in the game?
No, not really. In this stint. When he was younger with his team the first time, it was pretty good. It is 1.5 is kind of going away. A lot of them are just, it's a pick 'em, juicy to the Chiefs, or you can pay for a plus half. Are you worried at all that the Chiefs start with the ball and they just go full Patriots on our ass?
No.
I mean, it's like, priced in.
Okay. So if you want my sincere opinion, at some point the Chiefs will be down 2 touchdowns. I mean, the Lions. The Lions will be down 2 touchdowns, and that's probably a better time to enter on the Lions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I feel like I'm with you. I don't hate entering some positions on the Lions. I'm a little more leaning towards this under and wanting to get in, eventually, and maybe then double dipping on some more under after somebody scores early. So I don't know. Can you sell me on betting the Lions now rather than waiting? And obviously, if they get a stop, which they have a couple times.
I mean, there's 3 potential game states from here. One, the Chiefs score right away in the third quarter. They have a 2 score lead, and they go into a little bit of conservative mode. Right. I have questions about the Chiefs' run game being effective outside of Mahomes scrambles in this one. I have not seen much in terms of the creating lanes and the cutbacks. All that is not really working out except the red zone.
The run plays have not been good.
They've not been good.
The fact
Eric
that you're
Bieniemy
using
effect, Andy.
Well, using Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the same, kind of the same amount you've been using Pacheco, that I don't know. I would just be using Pacheco.
Oh, Barry's going to play a second half here. I wonder if he's going against us. We should probably. We can't. This is fun because we have we can't. Because if it's Lions, we got to play it. It's probably a total. He's more of a halftime.
Yeah, I'm making this is not our official play, but I'm making a small under 27 minus 120 at
all right. So at Chris, it's a half now. It's a half minus 130 for the Lions. So it's already moved past the point where I really thought there was a good reason to do it, because now there's a game state where you get burned by the hook, which is what we kind of laid out.
And then he hit it.
There's a second half under. I think that's actually a fair play. At 27, 115. I don't love laying 115 on 27, but that's
now it's 28. Like or minus 128.
Okay. Well, whatever the case.
I'm sure some people rode along with him.
I wish I'd gotten Lions plus 1.5, but it wasn't. I was a little slow on the trigger there. So, okay, there's a game state now where the Lions are down 14. They score a touchdown, and they miss the 2-point conversion. They lose by 8. So be aware.
You want to go Lions money line?
No.
Don't pay the juice. Lions lose by 4?
No, that's a thinner part of the distribution, which is the Lions defend the first drive, get the ball back, make this an even contest, and then
that's why it's a 50-50 or 50%.
Yeah, the exposure I want is literally Lions backdoor somehow, and to me that comes in a couple ways. I guess Lions they're not quitters. Absolutely not quitters. And I think the fan impact, the noise impact will abate as we go later in this game. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we have to make a play, it's
there. I have a plus half minus 120, but again, do you think? I want your opinion in the chat.
I guess
too. If they're down by 14, and we know this from the chart and the math and the nerds,
they
God
go for
bless
2.
them.
They go for 2.
They the team that goes for 2?
They will.
I don't think Dan Campbell's an analytics guy. I think he's just an aggressive guy.
But so here's the thing: if they go and they make, then both the half and the money line win. If they go and they miss, then the half pushes. The money line pushes, right? Or no, the money line loses in the half.
That's the thing.
They both
that
they both win. They both win.
Now.
Okay, so they both win or they both lose. So at that point, we're on. I think Lions money line minus 105 is the play.
Let's play Lions money line, and I'm probably going to add something to this position at some point. And I did take a little under 27.
All right, Lions ML. What do you think of the? What do you think of the Lions team at the close?
Best price I'm seeing is 50, or is 50. Even money evens plus 100, which is the way you're not supposed to say it, because then you're not sharp.
Minus 100. Plus
100?
Plus 100?
Evens?
Evens?
Evens is like
even
a British.
Stevens?
Evens feels like a British. So, yep, Lions second half money line. It is even. I'm betting it at plus 100. Yeah, hopefully Spanky didn't see that. He's all mad at me.
All right, so Lions second half money line. I'm in at I'm in at minus 105.
Of course, we're in Barry's Telegram. Like he's a long time.
He's a long friend of ours. Oh, yeah, long time friend of ours. Yeah,
I remember. So that's funny too. I remember we both kind of discovered him.
One for one, Jordan said. I was good. Yeah, one. That's the Brits go. Fraction.
One for one. Oh my god. Yeah, 2.0. We both discovered Barry Horse independently, like when he was just, remember he was just betting baseball, like a bunch of baseball, and he had not a lot of followers, but he popped up on both of our feeds, and we were talking about it, and then like once we ended up meeting him, it was like we gotta, what the fuck is this name? And when he explained it to us, it's like, well, that's
great.
That's weird. Like there's such a weird
it's Chiefs to J, which is great for tonight. I'm sure that horse was running around the Arrowhead tonight, right? I didn't see him.
He needed a pseudonym.
Yeah.
Mine was Andy M 5623827. So Lions money line. I have a little under. Yeah. I need some MVS yet. I can use 12 more yards.
Mike is right. My flow is brought to you by Marine Layer. That's of course the sporting shirt that I'm wearing, which is just outstanding lightweight fabric, perfect for this time of year, regardless of where you are.
It was like 60 today.
So literally like Friday night, you're gonna be like cruising the streaming services for like horror movies and stuff. Like you're ready for fall. You're ready.
It's like hot apple cider with booze in it season.
I love it.
Discuss the Burrow contract.
Well, real quick before we get there,
on
the show, on the show is brought to you. That over's a winner, Andy. Free squares home. We got 3 of them already. Laporta, Gibbs, and Rice. Rice was the first touchdown scorer for the Chiefs.
They all have multiple catches.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. That would have been maybe a little bit more dynamic market, or at least a little bit tougher market to price, which is total catches by rookies, right? Like, I wondered
about that too. It was I had that bouncing around my head. Total catches. Over under, and then also just like Rice versus Laporta Gibbs, like Chiefs versus, and obviously Laporta Gibbs like minus 2.5, minus 3 or something.
Yeah. Also, real quick, 2 other notes I had that didn't really factor into the handicap. I just wanted to bring it up. At one point, Mahomes had 7 completions to 7 different receivers. I guess we kind of know that's sort of the deal this year. This is a spread it out. This is a share. We haven't mentioned Travis Kelce yet. Like, are you feeling his absence in this game?
I mean, yeah, he's still throwing he threw to both tight ends, right? He's throwing to him. They used him in the red zone, but
I didn't say this out loud, but part of the reason I really want Lions backdoor potential on this is because I think the Chiefs putting this away on the ground is going to be tougher without Kelsey. I think that's where the impact is felt. Putting away the game's tougher.
It is noticeable. It's noticeable too. The run game is just. I think the run game's struggling due to the play calling. Hopefully that would be my adjustment at halftime. It's like we have to go to some different packages for running because the running is truly ineffective at a lot of points. The short pass stuff, like the extended handoffs, if you want to call it that, some of those are, close enough to a run. Some of that stuff's working enough. But what was for dinner? Dinner was curry chicken.
Oh, I had curry chicken last night.
Oh, God. I made so much curry chicken. I've had it like 3 days in a row.
Did I inception you?
I just love I found a big bag of basmati rice, and then I had some jars of like sauce. Those sauce jars from the store are never very spicy, though. You got to put a shitload of spice in those to give them any flavor.
We are up to the 4th match point, by the way, for Coco Gauff, punching the ticket to her first U.S. Open final. She's trying to break serve for Karolina Mukova, so it's
Mukova looks like she's feet glued to the ground.
Yeah,
that was a protester joke.
Okay, so I don't have any more comments on the game. More ARSB, more Sun God, please. Get him over to get him into the play. Yeah, no reason not to get him into the 200-yard range. The Burrow contract, are we in overtime? Oh yeah, cool. Okay, so the Burrow contract.
Pat doesn't look like he's missed a step as far as his pocket presence and finding guys. His arm looks great. If he gets, I think he just needs more live time with some of these new guys. It's not just that they have rookies and young guys. I mean, they brought in Tony. MVS was like your third option last year. He's kind of got to step up as a one. They got a rookie in here. Obviously, like who knows if they're going to miss Kelsey a little bit here. Oh man, I guess that works. It's like things are hard. Things are just difficult for the Chiefs right now on some of these short yardage plays, and then that last drive where they go down and just score, they just make it look so easy over the top there.
Can we crowdsource something to the chat real quick? We got a lot of people still watching.
We can even put a poll in there.
What is the best? What is it? What is a working score bug right now? I prefer the fastest, but I'll accept a working score bug.
The ESPN one isn't too bad right now.
The ESPN one's pretty good.
I'm using it on laptop, desktop, not mobile though. So
Pacheco was injured on the play, according to the ESPN score bug. Did you see it?
Yeah, he's walking off right now. He looks fine.
He's walking off. Okay.
He is walking off. I have it on. I have the cock on the TV above it here. Bet365 is good. NFL SIS.
Fine, but it's not. Doesn't feel. It feels inconsistent. Like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this is way ahead. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. All right, match point number 5 for Miss Goff.
You have thoughts on any of the other games, any of the markets?
Yeah, I got positive CLV and everything except for my favorite side of the week.
I know. I was going to say Tampa has pretty much moved to a 5 across the market. I still think that's bettable.
No, I was doing a live NBC stream, or not live, but I was doing a pre-recorded NBC stream for the Bet the Edge podcast. And as we were recording, it was like, what's your best bet for the week? And I was like, Seahawks -5.5. And I'm literally watching the screen move to 4.5 while I was doing it. I was so bent out of shape. I'm like, I couldn't even get the handicap out anymore. I'm like, who is betting on this absolute dog shit team? What is happening here? I just wanted to yell. So it's not going to make a material difference one way or the other to me. If that number, I don't think the Seahawks winning by 5 is really all that likely. So don't really care. But I think I still think that should be over a touchdown. I think there's a long tail to the Seahawks winning by 30. And I don't know who's betting the Rams. It's not based on any kind of inside information on the Rams are suddenly weirdly healthier. I mean, maybe somebody knows that like the Seahawks all have COVID or something. Like that's kind of the only weirdo rationale I could come up with, honestly, because otherwise there's really no reason to bet those guys.
Yeah, KW3 was limited, but they have other running backs on roster. I know a lot of those guys were hurt as well. They drafted another one. They drafted 2 more.
That's good for a Seattle handicap.
Yeah, it probably helps them get the ball out a little more. I don't know if there's more to the JSN news that we're not hearing. It seems like he's playing somehow. I don't know if it's cutting the cast off Sunday morning or what. We did get a stop by the Lions defense here, and they will start at the ball at the 6, which is nice for anyone on the under. We killed 2+ minutes.
There's no way Walker limited in practice moved the number of a point.
I don't fully understand what the move
somebody
was
bet this thinking that the Rams needed to be more like a field goal game. Like you're only betting plus 5.5 if you literally have made a number that's Rams +3, and that's I don't know how you get there on the road. I really don't. Not with this roster. So
45.5. Okay. I wanted to see what we had for our banner yesterday or on Wednesday for the Jags game. That was yesterday. 45.
Feels like a million days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that one has ticked up. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay took some money.
The real quick,
Cleveland Cincy total.
You blew by the big one. The Seahawks, whatever. Like the Seahawks are still. I like alt Seahawks bets anyway, and I haven't put any of those in yet. So I'm going to be playing up to like 12.5 on that. I'm not worried about the small movement now. The one that was like noteworthy though. Denver's down to -3, -105. That is a massive amount of Raiders money. Like somebody basically knows the Raiders are going to be within a field goal in that game. That's like we know the final score type of betting.
Yeah, it was those guys ripping the bong with Sean Payton. They talked to him and they found out like, oh, he fucking hates him even worse than he's saying. Nothing's going right. There's a decent chance Rush just never plays a good game of football again, as relative to where he was. That could be a long year. I don't fully like that, but at the same time, Garoppolo is. We shit on that team a lot because of the management style, the coaching staff, and how they've built the rest of the roster. But they have a very much above average quarterback who appears to be just fine health wise. And they have a very good wide receiver and probably one of the best running backs in the league. The defense stinks, obviously, but Max Crosby is very much a force. Like they have 4 or 5 top end players on that team. Just the rest of the roster stinks. So I don't know, Rams-esque of previous years, minus a good play caller. And to be fair, he was a good play caller in the past. It's not. I mean, maybe that's where we're being a little bit unfair to McDaniels. That guy was blessed with Brady and some of the other pieces they had up there. It's pretty easy when you have Tom Brady and Randy Moss to look good that year. But
I'm as cool as anyone on the Broncos, but I still think early in the season at altitude is not the time you really want to put your reputation on the line betting the road team, right? Like just go look at early season at Broncos against the spread numbers. They're horrific for the road teams. So it's going to be a tough ask. Honestly, the Broncos are going to have to beat themselves to a degree, but maybe they do because there's clearly like the lack of chemistry between Peyton and Russ Wilson right now is as like glaringly obvious as any quarterback coach I can remember. Like this feels like these guys will not coexist in a productive way this season in any way. And I think that's a wonderful opinion to have, but I would wait until week 3 to really exercise that opinion personally.
Yeah, I'm saying we might be massively underrating.
Can we stop targeting Marvin Jones? I'm sorry.
Josh McDaniels in his second year.
Why are we targeting Marvin Jones?
With a quarterback he actually wants. I think we might be massively underrating him. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm going to bet on that this week. Like there's better times. Like you just said, there's better times to do that. Somebody mentioned the Packers love. I'm there too. Even with Watson missing another practice, Dubs practiced. The Bears' health is getting better, but it's still not where it needs to be. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing Packers money line.
Wow, this is a horrific series of play calls for the Lions. You're deep in your own end zone. You want to be a little safer. Okay, fine.
We get some offsetting penalties.
What in the world are we doing though with running into a stacked box on 2nd and 10? Targeting Marvin Jones is where they were targeting him. Even targeting him is a question mark.
Oh, you're behind. You haven't even get to see 2nd down.
Well, that was the offsetting. That was the run into the stack box for 0 yards. Yeah. Thankfully, you get to rerun that one. Congrats to Coco Gauff, who is through to her first U.S. Open final. People are asking about Keys Sabalenka. I see this on pay. If this match was being played in basically any other round, I think the price would be more like Sabalenka minus 500. But because
this is where her
she
brain
has
starts
this
to
weird,
unwind.
Yeah. I can't explain it. I don't know why the semifinal, like there's no rational reason that you would be like, oh, it's the semifinals, I have to suck today, or I'm going to choke today. But she has been doing this. So I think that's in the back of my mind why I'm not laying -2. What is the price? -244. This is a terrible price. This should be 400 or 500.
You know what sucks about this? That was like a 45-second drive. God,
awful.
Could have used a few more ticks off the clock there. Awful. Good punt. I will say the punters have been good. Final thoughts on anything else this weekend? Still not sold on some of the love that keeps bouncing the Giants number back.
Hang on a second before we wrap up.
Keeping it where it's at.
I gotta get.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm gonna make a serious decision one way or the other on Sabalenka before we log off. Okay. Did you have any other injury notes that you think are notable or bullshit that you want to comment on?
No, tomorrow's the big one. Like tomorrow's where I'm going to make some decisions. I need Bears and Packers injury notes, and even if it gets to it, if it gets to a point where I'm having to pay -110 on the Packers money line, I probably will. So I'll probably be adding Packers money line. I played Tampa +6 and some money line. I'd still play that at the 5. If you have a slow book, there's 5.5, 6 out there. Obviously, I love that. I played Miami. I don't love the Armstead news. I'm still fine with that. I'm still fine with that move. I'm still fine playing that. I'm not sure on Kittle. I'm very uncertain on what happens basically anytime the Niners have an injury. That's usually a bit of a mystery to solve, and I think we solve it on Friday. And then I did play the Jags over. I think that moved up a little, but probably 46 is still available, right? I haven't checked the market a terrible much. Yeah,
I haven't added anything.
No, my main ad tomorrow is going to be Green Bay and then teasers. I'll be playing all my teaser legs.
The Tennessee New Orleans over took some money. I enjoyed that. That was set now 42 at Circa, which is directionally correct in my opinion, but still not quite there. I'm going to probably play an alt over in that game. I'm definitely going to play alt spreads for the Seahawks before we get there. The Arizona Washington total is down to 37.5, huh?
Bonus college football pick by our friend the Sports Dogma.
Ooh.
The good doctor from Guadalajara, my favorite Albanian. He says take Houston in NCAA F. That means
Albanian. I thought he's Armenian. Is he Armenian?
One of those.
I think he's Armenian.
Dude, that's like the same place, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's definitely
none of those people have ever fought about borders over there. It's just one.
Dogma, please chime in and let us know if you're
let me know.
Albanian or Armenian, because I'm pretty sure he's Armenian.
I'm gonna feel like an ass.
Tune in to Bet the Edge while we break down the men's matches tomorrow. Andy, one of our good friends in the tennis space, asked me who has a better chance of making it to the final between Medvedev and Ben Shelton. And the answer is obviously Medvedev, because 1% chance is much higher than 0% chance.
Yeah.
That said, I don't really rate either of the dogs tomorrow.
I'm not super excited for the semifinals. Like unless you want to bet some totals and sweat your balls off.
Yeah.
Do that. But I'm very, very, very excited for the final.
Here's my breakdown. You ready for this?
Go.
If Djokovic is getting through unscathed, I would be extremely surprised if he like really takes any damage.
Remember when he was down 2 sets early in the?
Yeah, he's got a soft spot for his
Serbian
brethren, man. He needs to help, pick up, elevate his Serbian brethren. Gave him a bump. No, I think the key question isn't necessarily what happens with the Djokovic match. It's what happens in the Alcaraz Medvedev match, because Medvedev is a former champion. He does have some juice. He matches up poorly against Alcaraz, which is why in best of 5 it's very hard to see him win. But if he makes it take,
whoop.
Oh man, are the Chiefs moving? No, 3rd and 6. If they
threw a touchdown, Drew.
Did he? Like a 40-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. Where are we?
Wrong color jersey.
Oh, SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs. Oh,
I wore my Honolulu blue kind of today.
Oh, I should have worn my. I wore my
Honolulu hat. Yeah.
Oh, I have so much.
Man, I am all lined up. Oh my. Okay,
I got to actually. Let me watch this real quick.
Now we have to live trade.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna look.
We are riding.
I'm looking at the total, Drew.
Oh, that wasn't his fault. That was 15 or 19.
Oh no,
that was Sky Moore.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad throw. I don't think he threw it into coverage, but oh no, that was just.
That was Tony.
Fucking
that
moron.
That was Tony's fault. He
cut him.
Yeah, cut him.
Kadarius
Tony. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Okay, yeah, real quick. So to close my thought on Sabalenka's getting bet, which is correct. To close my thought on the men's final, if it's 3-0 and it's just like neutral situation, my expectation is market's going to be -150 to -125 Djokovic. Disagree or agree?
Honestly, Drew, I haven't been tracking the markets that close, but on hard courts, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just if you'd have said that 6 months ago before we saw him play some hard courts over the summer, I would have said that number is stupid and you're an idiot. And this is not played in France. This is played in Flushing Meadows or wherever.
Sure.
But yeah, that's fair.
Okay. If Medvedev does some damage, makes it a longer match, takes him 3, 4.5, 5 hours to get through to the final, then Djokovic opens 200 and gets bet to 250. That's kind of my gut read. That's the range I think we see, and it's conditional on how the Medvedev Alcaraz match goes in terms of time spent on the court. And the weather could change, but it's been absolutely insanely brutal. If you're not paying attention, New York is there. These like Medvedev's quote. Do you see this? It was basically like somebody's going to die out here one day, and then they'll change the rules. Like this, they are absolutely killing these players.
I didn't hear him say it. I thought it was a threat. Anyway, and it's funny too. I one closing thought, because I do have to get home here. I need to take a shower for bed. I'm sweaty today, just grody. But it's funny because we brought up the over 2.5 rookie catches for our profit exchange. Make your own market bet.
Yeah.
And you jokingly, I believe, asked, well, what if like a defensive player catches it on an interception? Does that count? And I'm pretty sure Brian Branch is a rookie, correct? Or
yes, he is. He is. Yeah. Do you ever listen to the Athletic Football Pod? Great pod, by the way.
Yes.
Did you hear them making predictions? Or I wouldn't be surprised. I don't remember what the.
How old
can't
is
remember.
Mahout, though? Nicholas
Mahout. Oh, did he really?
You want to guess?
38.
41.
Mahout is 41.
He played the Wimbledon match.
He played the Wimbledon match against Isner that went
like a million years ago.
3 days. The 3-day match.
How do we not have a 30 for 30 on that?
They made a whole they made a mockumentary about it. It was great.
That's true.
It got even better treatment. Okay. You asked the question, and I'm all over the place.
That was a great snag by Branch, though. He reached
Branch.
back
Oh
to get
yeah.
it.
Tice's defensive rookie of the year pick was Branch.
A safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sauce Gardner won last. It's kind of the same as me taking Jack Campbell, which was like, yeah, this is somebody's going to win by default because you don't really have much faith that any of the pass rushers are going to make a mark.
I've been writing.
Jack Campbell is not making any
newsletter tomorrow is defensive awards. I'm going to talk about them a little. I've got a couple that are not safeties for defense.
Sabalenka Coco final is a tough price because Coco is really hot in the market right now. Like she's a little overrated even. Oh, nice pass defense by Jack Campbell. Nice pass defense. I guess that's a replay. My guess is Sabalenka minus 135, probably.
You'd still take Coco money.
If Coco is a dog, you're going to write a lot of tickets, but I don't think you can give. I don't think you can't give better.
Yeah, you don't want to give him a discount. Give him plus 180 or something.
No, I don't. Yeah, cool. I don't think you can. Damn.
All right, guys. Halftime.
This was great. Great job, man.
This was fun as hell. I did miss this a lot.
Great time. Great fun. Good work. Let's go, Lions. Restore some roar.